Ooh. Okay. Um, Hello. Just going to adjust my mic here. Yes. Um, Welcome to my stream of Tex Murphy Overseer. No waiting screen, no nothing, no song at the start, no preparation whatsoever, because this is nail-biting territory. Incidentally, welcome to my desktop. Um, as you can see, we've got the Tex Murphy Overseer window going here. So at least we know that part works. The Windows portion of it works. Um, I don't see anyone in the chat currently, which is, I don't know, kind of I guess, reassuring in a way. So maybe no one will see this until it is all way, way too late. But what we are doing... Oh, Siriar is in the chat. Hello, sir. Couple of points of order. Yes, today's stream is of Tex Murphy Overseer. And the reason for this very non-ceremonious start to the stream is that I've got a very complicated setup going right now. Because Tex Murphy Overseer came out in, I think, 97, 98 or something, around the time when computer games on the PC were in this weird transitory period. This was back when Windows, the operating system Windows, was becoming the sort of de facto standard for playing games. However, we hadn't quite gotten to the point where everything was standardized yet. And on top of that, Tex Murphy Overseer is one of the first games to use DVD-ROM technology to play FMVs. So it is a cacophony of weird circumstances that enable this game to run. It's built on technology that is not Windows 10 friendly, and I am running Windows 10. On top of that, it also uses it has to use this hardware MPEG-2 decoder because it's essentially playing DVDs off the DVD-ROM. That has all been emulated, the whole DVD part of it, so it does actually play videos, and it plays them rather well. But actually getting the games... Actually, when you buy this game from GOG.com, it's just literally flat out tells you, don't play this on Windows 10. It's not going to work. Thankfully, some intrepid fans over the unofficial TexMurphy.com fan site have actually somehow managed to get this game running through what I thought was a complicated process of installing the right FFmpeg drivers. It has to be this very specific version. And, fingers crossed, I'm not sure how I did it or why it works, but it does actually work. I've tested it. And once I got the game running, I thought that was the big hurdle. Then it turns out that the game will only run in full screen, and OBS will not record it. It doesn't even recognize that there's a game running. So thankfully I had ordered a capture card for other purposes, just because, at some point I wanted to play console games on the channel or something. Just, it'll be fun to have a capture card, But, as luck would have it, it arrived just around the time I realized that OBS was not going to capture Tex Murphy Overseer. At least not if you run the game and try to use OBS on the same machine. It just flat out won't do it. So I hooked up what I thought, again, being not that tech savvy, hooked up what I thought was a very complicated process of having my games computer. I'm pointing at it now for some reason, even though you can't see it. This is going to be running the actual game, and as you can see, I'm moving my window around here. This is just my my gaming PC. Down here, pointing sort of... Okay, it's down there. Trust me, it's down there. Is my laptop. My funky little trooper of a laptop. That thing is running OBS and is actually the one streaming this whole endeavor right now. And it also has the chat open, because when I launch the game on this PC over here, it's going to go into full screen and I won't be able to see anything other than the game. So whenever I have to read the chat, I have to look way over here. Hopefully the font is nice and big enough. I can read it from here. I'm saying this because I might not keep as good an eye on the chat as I usually do, because normally I have two screens running. I have the game over here, and I have just a little to my right, I have a second screen, and that's where I usually have my OBS window and my chat window and such. The screen is now turned off. I'm using its HDMI cable in the laptop. Long story short, the chat is way over here, and so is the OBS window, and the game is over here. Now, third point of order is, even though I've now got this running, this whole setup, and I've got the game running, that is no guarantee that the game won't spectacularly fuck up at some point. I mean, I've tested it. I've gotten into a game. I've walked around Tex's office. It seems to work okay, but there's no guarantee that the game won't find new and exciting ways to mess with my head down the line. So I make no promises that this is going to be a full game playthrough. The game is phenomenally crash prone, so it'll probably do that a couple of times as we play it. So yeah, just wanted to get that out of the way. So really, let's get in and see if it works. Now, I've got audio running. I've got I've got the game running. There is some screen tearing as you walk around the game because the stream you're now watching is running at 30 frames per second and not my usual 60 frames per second. And even if I crank it up to 60, there's still some screen tearing when you walk around, and also my laptop can't quite cope with running a 60 frames per second stream. So you're gonna have to watch this in 30 frames. You won't even notice. I think the videos in the game run at 30 frames per second anyway. So let's get in. Yes, I would like. Yeah, you have to run this as an administrator as well, otherwise it won't run. They had this nice little system checker that pops up and says you might want to turn off these applications that you've got running in the background because they might interrupt the game, and alt tabbing out of the game is basically a death sentence. But I think it should work, so fingers crossed. Here we have the very nice Access Software logo. Yes, it is supposed to play in a sort of widescreeny thing. I don't know why it's sort of moved up to the top. And it is actually showing on stream. Holy shit. Cool. I have made so many tests and walking around. I've seen the intro about 100 times now. Actually, I've skipped through most of the there's a lot of multiple choice stuff happening in the intro. But I skipped past that just to get to the first 3D part of it, which is Tex's office. Also, you will have to know, or you'll have to let me know if the game is too loud or if you can't hear what I'm saying, because I can independently adjust the volume over here. So I don't have to alt tab out of the game to do any of that. Whew. All right. Oh yeah, and Dan Nastic is in the chat. Hi, hello Dan, and hello everyone else. And Dan was actually asking on the SQH Discord. So could you give a quick recap of the Tex Murphy series as we've, because I've played Under Killing Moon and I've played Pandora Directive, and now we're getting into Overseer. So if I could just catch everyone up. And the good thing is, I don't have to. Tex Murphy Overseer is essentially a remake of the first Tex Murphy game from 1989, Mean Streets, except it's been updated and the story is, well, told a little better. It's told in full motion video, and it's told in a flashback. So basically, at the end of the Pandora Directive, Tex and Chelsea are now an item and they're going on a date, and when they go on this date, Tex recounts to her what happened during his first case. So essentially, you're playing through a flashback, because as we know from Under Killing Moon, Tex used to be married to Sylvia, and she was a hussy, a cheater, and all of this shit. But she was a very one-dimensional character in Under Killing Moon. You only saw her in a flashback. It's Tex, honey, I'm back. So that's the story of Sylvia as an actual rounded three-dimensional character is what we'll see now. But first. Yes, I have a test player. Let's start with our good friend Mr. Poopy Pants and get in and watch the intro. We're going to play on entertainment level because all that means is that I get to skip the fucking logic puzzles that are in the game, which I quite like. There are no extra scenes added to this game. There are no special things about gamer mode other than you can't use the hint system. That's basically it. In Pandora Directive, there was like one or two new rooms that you could go to, and there were some extra puzzles in it. There aren't any extra puzzles in this game. In fact, there are no branching paths either, because maybe I should tell you this really quickly. Tell you the story of Tex Murphy Overseer. Access Software were approached by Intel, the computer peripheral manufacturer Intel, and said, hey, we'll give you 9 months to make a game, and it has to showcase our new DVD-ROM technology. And Access went, okay, that's a very short time to make a game, but we can do it. Instead of making the actual sequel that we wanted to the Pandora Directive, that was even bigger and better, we'll just make a quick retelling of the first game, and then we'll get into making all the sequels that we really want to. And they get to the very, very end of the process, and Intel just basically backs out of the deal. So... But anyway, Overseer gets finished and gets released, and the reason why there aren't any branching paths and all of that is because they essentially had a very, very short time to make this game, and there just wasn't time to put in any of that fun stuff of branching paths and shit. Wow. Well, there's nothing to it. Let's just hit OK and watch the intro. But whenever I look over there, that means I'm looking at the chat. So hello, yes. Chaos Theory says this is one cloistral fuck up of a setup, and I have no idea what that sounds accurate. I don't know exactly what that means, but yes, it sounds accurate. And these are just the nice credits. Richard Norden, an Australian stuntman, plays an assassin who also has a very nice sense of humor. All of these names that scroll by are a lot of, well, except for Suzanne Barnes, who plays Chelsea. She's been in every game since Under a Killing Moon. And Chris Jones as Tex Murphy is... Boom. Now we turn back the clock, because at the end of Pandora Directive we were in 2042, and now we are back to when Tex was just a young rookie PI, fresh out of PI Academy or whatever you do to become a PI. And who is this man? And why is he on the Golden Gate Bridge? Why is he taking off his shirt? Why are their voices echoing? We'll find out. This is very 90s. I do realize that. Oh no! Syringe to the face! Oh no! No! Someone turn off the light! Oh god! Why did I climb out here? This was the worst idea ever! Why are there eggs floating around? Actually, the egg thing I'll explain later, but that was part of it. Hello, Clint Howard, in weird makeup. Hello, Michael York. Oh god, I can't stand Michael York. I'm going to toss myself into the light. Bye-bye. God, that is the worst morning wood ever.
Tex?
Motherfucker!
Are you okay? Sit up for a minute in the camera.
And now we get into the conversation bits. So, let's poll the chat on this. Do we rules of polling? First of all, is first three votes that come in. If they have a majority, then that's what we go with, and otherwise it's a tiebreaker. So from 1, 2, and 3, flat refusal, or a classic excuse, or just give fair warning. You know, just woke up. Also, there's a lot of sweat and a lot of knocking eyeglasses. C. 2 votes for C. Fair warning.
I know you're a strong woman, Chelsea, but even you've got your limits.
Quit stalling. I want to see the real you.
No. Not ready to shine, or some Chuck Heston humor, or show Chelsea the goods. Yes, this is me, unwashed, filthy, and manly. Hello, chat. How's everything? How are we doing? 7 people have tuned in, if Restream is to be believed. That's 2 votes for C. Let's just show her the goods. So no one here has any, like strong sense of vanity, I see.
Okay. Hope you got your smelling salts handy.
I'm hideous. Also, he's got a Playboy magazine.
Ooh, scary. You know, my brother had a mask just like that he wore to all the Halloween parties. He always won a prize.
Cute. All right, sibling revelry. So no. That sounds weird. Feuding words or Tex Murphy's beauty secrets. I don't know what any of these mean. So yeah, let's go to the chat again. Because this could be anything. Normally, the responses are very easy to sort of work out what Tex is gonna say, but I have no idea on this. That's 2 votes for C once again. So let's find out what his beauty secrets are.
Yeah? Well, after a hot bath, an apricot facial, and a little makeup, you're gonna be eating your heart out there, dog.
Ew.
You probably
Yes.
forgot, but our date starts in exactly 12 minutes. Lucky for you. There is a
He set his alarm to
here.
12 minutes before he's supposed to show up. That's a little weak sauce. So I think we owe her an apology. I don't know about you guys. Apologize, or a little Chicago philosophy, which is weird since we're in San Francisco, or heartfelt gratitude. Oh, thank you so much. Give me second chances, and third, and fourth, and fifth. I don't know. I think we're on 12 or 13 at this point. We could show up with a bag of Haagen-Dazs bag. Show up with a tin of tin. What does Haagen-Dazs come in? It comes in containers, like little cardboardy things. Anyway, that's 1 vote for C, 1 vote for A, and Red Star. Yes, hello. Red Star is one of the. It is Red Star. Yes. I believe she is one of the developers on Poison Pawn, and I hope she's very impressed that I did in fact get Overseer to work. I'm kind of impressed myself. That would be 2 votes for A, so we do apologize.
I'm sorry, Chelsea, but I've been working like a dog.
Oh, has it been a hard day's night?
The Beatles humor. Okay, so Beatlemanic? Really Beatlemanic? Or where's the beef? This is weird. Okay, this is, we're in 2039, 8, something like that. So this is really old school referencing. But again, the Beatles are, I don't know, eternal, I guess. So that would be 2 votes for B. Really Beatlemanic.
Yeah, but I feel fine, and I want to be your man, so please, please love me too.
Okay.
Yes,
enough of
please.
that. Now get going before I change my mind about the surprise I have in store for us.
Really gonna need a shower on this one. Ooh, looking for Nookie. Alright. Starting now, taking votes. Want to wear? Looking for Nookie or Lover's Lanes. So I'm guessing C is the romantic one, B is the I am very hard right now, and A is the what am I doing? I don't know how to dress myself. I may as well have been a caveman. That's 1 for A, 1 for B, 2 for B. I should have fucking guessed.
I hope it's a naughty surprise.
Oh, well, you'll just have to wait and see, cowboy. Now don't go back to sleep.
Actually, there is an ending to Pandora Directive where it turns out Chelsea is a little bit into S&M. So yeah. So that might be a very naughty surprise, but anyway.
Sorry I'm late.
He wore that.
Well, at least you're here. Come on in, let me take your hat and your coat.
Actually, that's not very bad, but it's like he only owns 1 jacket.
You know, in this light, you kind of look like a princess.
Well, thank you. So which one of the dwarves do I have with me tonight? Happy, grumpy, or
All of them.
sleepy?
Sleepy, actually.
I don't really want to be here.
But hey, I'll tell you what. I put on a fresh shirt. I'm wearing the tie you asked me to wear. Get a couple of drinks for me. I'm gonna perk
Yes.
right up.
What we
okay?
need is
Well,
booze.
you look like you've been working hard.
Oh man, I'm exhausted. It's just that I can't seem to get a decent night's sleep.
You still having those nightmares?
Tried and true trope.
Yeah. pretty
Nightmares.
Well, I think if you kept a little bit more normal hours and you ate a decent meal every now and again, you might look and feel
Normal hours for a
better.
PI. Sure.
And that's why we have an 8 o'clock reservation at the Golden Pagoda.
And I'm gonna sit way over here.
Well,
And I'm gonna come over here. That is not a good look.
Charge of the early evening entertainment. Because if we
Tex, honey, listen.
Well, we're honey. That's a step up.
Interested. I am. It's just that I think that we have some things that we really need to discuss first.
Such as?
I just think it would be nice if our relationship could go further.
What, like all the way to sex?
Like Pete Rose.
No. All I'm talking about is the ability to commit to something that has the potential to make us both very happy.
Saxophone music, very misplaced in this case.
It's about Sylvia.
Oh, there we go.
No, and it's not about marriage. It's about that one thing that prevents us from being close.
Clothes?
What does Sylvia have to do with you and me?
You're still wearing the wedding ring, dude. That might be it.
Okay. If you really want to know, I'll tell you. But keep in mind, 6 years ago, I was pretty much...
Yeah, nothing's changed in that department.
The Colonel had just fired me from his detective agency because I thought everything had to be done by the book. Literally. Well, being the naive optimist that I was, I decided to go into business for myself and become a big success. As it turned out, I was about to learn some even harder lessons.
Well, shit. I wonder what will happen.
There I was in my shiny new office with all the trimmings up to my ears in debt. Weeks had gone by and I was still waiting around for my first client to show up. I figured I'd have more work than I could handle in a big city like New San Francisco. And I was just starting to feel like a tiny bug on the windshield. Yeah, Chelsea, you wouldn't believe it, but I had a really nice office. Let me tell you about it.
Let me tell you about the office. Okay, so we are in the game proper now. And this is us running around. And as you can see, it does do that weird little screen tearing, you know, as if the... as if there's a line going up against... So you'll have to live with that. I cannot get rid of that. But this is the game we're actually in, and we're actually playing the game. So holy shit. As you can see, they really upped their game in terms of video production. And I know it looks a bit pixelated now, and it looks a bit low quality, but back then this was of the highest order. I mean, this was really grade A, and it is about the most beautiful FMV this side of, well, ever, really. So that's pretty much it. Let's just have a look around his office. I'm just going to move my mic so I can actually get to my keyboard. There you go. So, because we... I thought oh shit, I have to go into the config. Oh god, I hope this doesn't crash on me. Look up, look down, and forward and backward doesn't really matter. It's a weird control scheme because you have to hold down the right mouse button to move around, and then whenever you stop, you're in interactive. So you don't have to press space every time you want to get in and out of interactive mode. What does up and down? That's shift down, and then eye level is E, and look forward is tab. Okay, and run fast should be R, and run should just be T, and control is now a problem. Walk slow. Who gives a shit walking slow? Jesus, it's X, whatever. There you go. So now the control scheme is almost identical to that of the Under Killing Moon and Pandora Directive, which is good, because that is... Even though it's a very strange control scheme, this is back when we didn't really have WASD going for us yet. So let's just quickly go to the chat and see. Yeah, very nice office, isn't it? Okay, let's have a look around his drawers. Open the fucking drawer, baby. Nope. Nothing in here. Nothing in here. And... oh, I don't have to close them either. Oh, that's nice. All of his drawers are fat fucking empty. However...
The PI Rules is my Bible. 20 tried and true aphorisms with plenty of blank pages to add your own. I've come up with 17 others so far.
Which is interesting because, as we discussed in Under a Killing Moon, apparently there's also Rule 84, 86 or something. Don't get caught in laser nets and shit. So apparently this one was extensively... expanded upon since this game. candy. By the way, back here, in this timeline, Tex is not an alcoholic. He's a very clean-cut person.
Nothing refreshes like cool, clear
So this is, I mean, for Tex fans, this is a really big change in his character.
I fill my ashtray with candy in hopes that visitors will forego the dangers of smoking in favor of good, wholesome, processed
Oh yeah,
sugar.
he doesn't smoke either. Oh, look, mail.
All right. Looks like the latest issue of Boyd's Life has arrived. I wonder what that crazy Boyd is up to this month.
I have no idea what this is supposed to, be a reference to, but yeah, annual fishing
Boyd's
issue.
Life. Annual fishing issue. I wonder what those twins are up to this month.
Who gives a turd? I have no idea why you're supposed to pick that up. But it's quite obvious that I need to pick up this tape measure. Oh, and the inventory is now... No, that's my travel thing. My inventory is now over here. Gonna have a look at that. Ooh, manly power tape. Boyd's Life. I don't think that... Yeah, you read it and then it disappears from your inventory. Apparently that's just to check whether FMVs are still working after the intro.
The Colonel told me this book was for idiots, but I found these words of wisdom to be both inspiring and instructive.
And that will fly out the window very soon. Alright, let's get in here. Have a look in his suit and tie closet.
When it comes to fashionable attire, I believe in quality over
Now
quantity.
you may notice that there is no background music. One of the things that will make this game crash is, sadly, if you have background music enabled. So I've turned off the MIDI soundtrack. I have to, because otherwise it really likes to crash. And also I've turned off all details in the 3D engine. I've turned off VSync, I've turned off animated textures, so it is not looking pretty. It is looking about as good as you'd expect it to look in 1997, but yeah. So.
The Royal Game of India. In my book, Parcheesi, Twister, and Ms. Pac-Man are the triumvirate of competitive games.
Now this whole sequence is basically just a tutorial. It's just to get you to, be comfortable walking around, slamming doors in your face, and just gonna turn around. The whole point of it is to go into the office, drunkenly stumbling in there. There we go. Hey, there's Bogey.
Humphrey Bogart, my one true inspiration.
Sounds a bit hard there. And pick this up, and that cues the next big scene. Apparently he's playing Parcheesi on his own. So this is what he's doing when there are no clients available. Speaking of... Yeah, and also no bathroom, exactly. And hello, Rebecca Broussard.
Are you the private investigator?
This...
Oh, that's what someone painted on the door.
Now this actress is a far
take that as a
cry
yes.
from the Tex, honey, I
Hi.
saved us some money
If
again.
you're available.
Oh, we are very available.
Well, it just so happens that I am. What can I do for you, Ms.?
Linsky.
Take my hand. It is
I prefer
limp.
if you call me Sylvia.
Okay, Sylvia. I'm Tex Murphy. Have a seat.
I'm sorry if I disturbed your game.
Well, that's all right. I was
To
losing
myself.
Would you like one?
Anyway. No, actually, there's a rumor going around that those things are bad.
Flop sweating. The infamous taking forever to light a cigarette scene from Overseer. Fuck you, buddy.
Lots of things are bad for you. That doesn't stop me from enjoying.
Like this hat, it is tremendously bad for me.
So, why are you in the market for
Oh no,
a
I just
PI?
like dumping ashtrays in
My
people's
father,
houses.
Carl Linsky, died a week ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
The police think it's suicide. I believe they're wrong.
Well, the police are
Police
very
usually pretty
bad
good
at matters like this.
I mean, I can't believe they'd make that big a mistake.
My father wasn't suicidal, and I'll pay you to prove it.
Okay, your father's name is... Sorry, was?
Carl Linsky.
Well, she just said so, didn't he? She...
Well, if we rule out the suicide, That leaves 3 other ways to go. I mean, it could have been an accident, or natural causes, or it could have been murder.
The police say that they have witnesses that saw him jump off the Golden Gate Bridge.
That's usually the mark of suicide. Just saying.
Well, I guess that rules out the first 2 then. So you think your father was murdered?
He didn't kill himself, I know it.
We're kind of running in circles here, aren't we?
Look, if I take your case, you gotta understand there's no money-back guarantee. And it doesn't sound real promising.
I just don't know what else to do.
Who's the officer?
Dan Hastings says, the saxophone makes me think I'm watching
The
soft
detective's
porn.
name is Eve Clements.
Yes.
All right, I'll go down. And I'll
There's a
talk
lot
to
of
him.
that going around.
We can get together later, and I'll tell you what I found out.
I'm staying at my father's house. Here's the address.
So, your take, Dan Hastings? Yeah?
Now, about the money up front. How much do you need? Because I haven't got a lot.
That hat says
We're
otherwise.
on a special this week. If I decide not to take your case, there isn't going to be any
I mean, I'm not skint or anything.
Thank you. I'll be waiting.
In this dress. Forever in this dress. Now you're just flashing the camera.
It's nice to meet you, Sylvia.
Take my limp hand. What the fuck is that smirk all about? Ah, I got this motherfucker in the bag. Excellent. Yeah, we'll need that for our super battery. Returning to Tex's office. Excellent. Now, the case begins. We have a new location. We can go visit... jumpy motherfucker. We can go to visit Eve Clements, and we can go to Carl Linsky's house. Let's not do that quite yet, because as we usually... this actually goes back to Mean Streets. You can request research on characters. In the original Mean Streets, you had a secretary, which was kind of weird, and you could ask her to look up, characters that you meet during the game. And you do the same thing in this game, except it's not a secretary, it is...
I just got this phone, and it came with a free 2-week subscription to the American Information Database. I can request data on my cases, and it will be faxed to my office immediately.
There you go. So you basically ask this VIT phone. You basically call up the VIT phone and ask.
Welcome to the American Information Database. We hope you enjoy your...
Also, this gives us 2 weeks to solve the case, but don't worry. Don't worry. We'll get there.
Makes requesting information more
Stay hydrated, everyone.
Simply tell us the topic you want researched. The request will be immediately transmitted to our central database. Any available information will be sent...
Don't worry, it doesn't actually say this every fucking time you call it
What
up.
topic would you like us to research?
Also, one thing you might have noticed is that there is a very big discrepancy between in-game volume and movie volume. So again, you'll have to let me know if you want me to turn the game down in the stream, because it does get quite loud during movie bits, and then during the in-game bits, it is next to imperceptible. But anyway, let us ask about Carl Linsky.
A search for information on Carl Linsky has been initiated. What other
We would
topic?
also like to hear about Sylvia.
A search for information. Sylvia Lynn has been...
Blah,
What
blah,
other
blah, blah.
topic?
And sure, why not? Eve Clements,
A
the
search for
detective.
has been... What other...
And Screwed would like to hear about
A
herself.
search for Tex Murphy has been... What other topic?
That's about it. And
Thank you for
yeah,
using...
goodbye. And then we go over to our fax machine. We pick this shit up. There we go. And inventory's over here. About ourselves. Graduated University of Investigation. So you actually do have a PI school. I didn't know that. Received private investigator's license 2032. Worked for Colonel Dobbs Investigative Services 33 to 36. And then got the fucking boot. Cool. Eve Clements is the detective. She graduated Cal State with a criminology degree, numerous decorations, promoted to lieutenant. So she's a good person, technically. Sylvia attended Stanford for 2 years, 3 misdemeanor convictions, shoplifting, drunk driving, and assaulting an officer. Current address unlisted. I don't know if this gives anyone pause for thought, but it probably should. And then we have dear old daddy Carl. He worked at Boston General, that's a hospital, North Hill Clinic, married 2011, divorced 2014, winner of numerous professional and citizenship awards, published author, committed suicide. just yesterday, really. So this should actually also give us an address, which it didn't. Okay, but we do go and visit his, North Hill Clinic shit at some point. So let's go and have a chat with... Actually, let's save our game. Again, crash-prone game. Okay, we're just starting out here. Boom, there we go. Now we go and visit... This is nice, isn't it? They all just fit together. I can't get all three of them to come up at the same time. Stop getting distracted. Let's go and talk to the police officer.
It doesn't sound like a very promising
Oh,
start.
I just told you about my office so
like
far.
I said, I was running out of cash fast and was pretty desperate for a case. I knew Detective Clements and figured I'd pay her a
That's
visit.
Mac Malden, by the way.
The problem was she and the Colonel were pretty tight, and like I told you, I'd gotten the Colonel in some trouble not long before.
Or really, the actor playing Mac Malden, which is Chris Jones's brother. Not dead yet. I mean, and they give each other a knowing look as they pass by. Sadly, he died around the time they were doing Tesla Effect, so he couldn't return to play Mac Malden.
You busy?
If it isn't Tex Murphy.
Come in so I can berate you. The replacement of Mac Malden with this character is, of course, because this takes place...
Sold out any fellow PIs lately?
Okay, this takes place in the past, so Mac Malden wasn't lieutenant yet. Apparently he was just a drunk who showed up and berated the current detective. Anyway, let us go to the chat. So, clearly, this lieutenant here, Eve Clements, was friends with Colonel Dobbs, our mentor, who we reported to the ethics board for, not being a nice person, which got us kicked out, and now we're, Okay, that's a lot of votes for C. We will play along.
Oh, you bet. 3 this week alone.
You know, the last thing I need is some pansy PI wasting my
Ooh,
time.
saucy. Okay, do we up the tempo, or make an offer she shouldn't refuse, or, excusez-moi, excuse me, a baking powder? That is a vote for A. BT Marie. Good to see you. That's 2 votes for A. We up the tempo.
Look, I'll be so quick, you won't even know I was here.
Give me one good reason why I should do any favors.
Well,
for
I'm handsome and have an interesting smile. We're absolutely Fabio. That might actually be it. I have no idea who's voting for what now, so there's just a lot of votes for B coming in. Resort to the good book or resort to charity. So I'm just going to pretend everyone just voted for B a lot.
Okay. Because you're a good Christian woman and you live by the golden rule.
All right, Murphy.
It doesn't actually matter. You can't fuck this up.
But be quick.
And yes, now we go into the conversation. Now, I have a feeling that this is actually the format the videos are supposed to play in. Don't ask me why they don't. I'm just happy that they play at all. You'll see when we start asking about that, the video window will shrink.
6 witnesses saw Linsky take the dive. Their stories matched up and they all checked out.
6 witnesses, eh?
Linsky.
Not exactly. None of them were close enough to make an absolutely positive ID, but they described his general appearance.
So an old man threw himself off a bridge.
Body wasn't found for a couple of days. Wasn't in the best shape when we fished it out of the bay. But we were able to make an identification using the personal effects found on the body.
This is shitty police work, isn't it? I mean, you fish someone out of the bay, then you ask 6 people who all say they saw an old man throw himself off the bridge. That might be him. Okay, we fished out an old man. It could be murder. Someone could have planted an ID in his pocket and then chucked him off the bridge. Could be a burglar. Could be a, street urchin. Oh, screw it. Let's just go into the autopsy. That came out wrong.
Coroner said the cause of death was drowning. No other injuries. Though there was a scar back here. Linsky probably had surgery done recently.
Didn't even bother checking it out, did you? Let's ask about it.
We didn't follow it up since it had nothing to do with his suicide.
Really? Mind control. It's the first thing you fucking think of. Okay, maybe not in actual police work. I mean, you find a little scar in the back of the neck, you don't automatically go, oh, wait, this is Gillian Anderson in X-Files. She was abducted. Lost 9 minutes all over again. But in a sci-fi setting, come on, mind control. Jesus Christ.
Standard stuff. Wallet, keys, and a suicide note neatly sealed in a Ziploc bag.
You know, waterproof, the suicide note. That's how you do it.
I'd let you see it, but it's logged in as evidence. The handwriting, incidentally, was a 100% match.
There's a lot of door opening going on outside my little office, so has nothing to do with the game.
I'm willing to help you out because you're just getting started in the business. But don't abuse the privilege.
I'll try not to, because you're so fun. And let's just ask about our client.
As next of kin, she was notified and came in to identify her father's body. Didn't take it too well. One of the uniforms had to drive her home.
Okay, and what do you think about me, perhaps?
The Colonel seems to think you've got the potential to be a good PI. Once you wake up to reality and get your priorities straight.
My priorities are fine. I bid you good day, madam. Okay, so now we go back and tell Sylvia that Carl jumped off a bridge. 6 witnesses saw him. He had a suicide note in a Ziploc bag. It was in his handwriting. Case over. All right, so that's it. Game over. Good fun. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Nothing interesting to find in the back of the head, eh?
So you're saying you're not going to take my case?
Well, I don't want to take your money if I can't help you.
Fine. Leave.
Piss off.
I'm just being straight up, okay?
I hate it when people do that.
If you won't help me, I can do what I can on my own. It certainly won't be the
Does
first
it involve
time.
getting drunk and driving a car? Because you seem to be very good at that.
I charge $400 a day plus
His price went up in Pandora Directive, by the way.
I have $1,000. If you can prove it wasn't suicide, I'll give you $10,000.
There's inheritance involved, I see.
It's a deal.
Ask questions.
You're gonna need to tell me everything you know so I can get started.
I was just wondering about that. What the hell was that?
Oh, I will.
It's a tiny bottle of scotch.
Thank you, Tex.
Oh, breathy too. All right, let's ask about... Jesus, that's a bit close. Let's ask about pretty much fucking everything.
Why don't you think your father would commit suicide?
He never would have considered it. He took good care of himself, and he often told me he was going to celebrate his 100th birthday by going skydiving.
Well, do you
People
know
live
anybody
very
who's
long in
seen
the
Dad?
24th and a half
No.
century.
No one. Everyone liked him. He was a kind man.
He beat you to shit, didn't he? No, he was a very kind man. Just gonna check the chat for a brief second. Douchey guy says, well, he had broken ribs, marks on his wrist, and a gag in his mouth. We ignored it because it had nothing to do with his suicide. Bravo, sir. Bravo.
I know the police confirmed that the note was in my father's handwriting, but it doesn't matter. I know it had to be a forgery.
Did you forge it, maybe? She didn't.
My father mentioned that he had had surgery performed, but he said it was minor and didn't say any more about it.
You didn't ask why your father stuck a needle in the back of his head? I mean, honestly, I would at least ask a bit more than just, hi, Dad, I see you're bleeding from the neck. Oh, it's nothing, dear. Fine, never mind.
Detective Clement said you didn't pick up your father's personal effects.
I really don't remember much after they asked me to identify the body. An officer drove me home, and I haven't gone back.
Well, they won't release the personal effects to me, and I'm hoping I'll be able to go through them so I can see if there's any kind of lead.
When we're done, I'll go pick them up and meet you back here.
Okie dokie. So we'll get to paw through the dead man's keys, wallet, and ziplocked sealed suicide note. Cool.
She wasn't very friendly or helpful. I think she already made up her mind about my father's death. All I want to do is find out the truth about my father.
Now, they are leading up to, you know, we're supposed to look at Sylvia and go, all right, she offed her dad because of insurance or life insurance or whatever shit. It's at least a marginal possibility. But then again, it's told in flashback, so we also know that we're going to end up with the smoochy smooch. And lastly, Rebecca Broussard was, at least at the time, and probably not still, I don't know how this works in Hollywood, but was Jack Nicholson's girlfriend. So she has that going for it. And that, I mean, she really just holds her own in this game against Tex. I mean, you can see Tex is basically scared shitless in every scene he's in with her.
I found a scrap of paper here with the address to your office written on it, no name. If my father didn't contact you, he must have gone to see someone else who works in your building. Before I came to see you, I checked the directory in the lobby, but didn't recognize any of the names.
I mean, she's clearly reading a cue card there, but usually in the actual scenes that she's in, she does a pretty damn fine job. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, why would Carl Linsky have our address and not our, name and such? Was he going to contact us as well?
After I finished talking to Sylvia, she gave me a spare key and said I was free to look around the house.
Oh, Sylvia was playing you like a kazoo.
Well, more like a game of trouble, as I began to realize when I started poking around Linsky's house.
Traveling without moving. And yes, here we are indeed. Having a look at... Now, that fireplace is of course supposed to move. It's not, because animated textures can go fuck themselves. But we'll look at it anyway.
The fire makes the living room feel quaint and cozy.
Thank you, Better Breakfast and Beyond. Stuff just left out in the open.
The note reads, Blackjack and Dominoes. I wonder who this Blackjack is. Sounds like a pirate. Unless, of course, it refers to the number 21. But how does 21 tie to the dominoes?
Weird use of ellipses there, but okay, I'm into it. We'll have that, and we'll have whatever the hell this is.
I've never been a fan of dominoes. I figured the time wasted playing dominoes could be time well spent playing a rousing game of parcheesi.
Fuck you, I'll have it anyway. Okay, let's have a look at this shit. Blackjack note?
Blackjack and dominoes, and 21 horizontally, vertically, and diagonal. Maybe Linsky had some code number if the dominoes were placed in a special order of 21 in all.
Because he was a trickster, yes. You see where this shit is going? I'm not doing this puzzle. Let's just have a look around before we get into all of that nonsense. First of all, let's look through her kitchen. Bananas.
Sheesh, even I know you don't keep bananas in the
Oh,
fridge.
they go weird. Also, they were kind of hanging out.
Well, all sorts of yummy
Ew,
foodstuffs.
closing that up. No human head in the freezer. We're cool. Alright? And we can open each and every one. Steady on. Tex. Relax, dude. Also, no strafing in this. Well, technically there is strafing, but I seem to have turned it off. Ooh, look, a box.
There's always time for a new case.
Boom. What is in this motherfucker?
I wonder if this was for Linsky's
Ow.
personal use. If so, he may have had a little addiction.
It doesn't actually. It's just this experimental. Deline Health Services. Does the animated texture make the game run badly? Josh, I just turned them off as a precaution, the animated textures, because, again, extremely crash-prone game, and I don't want to give it any excuse to fuck up, so I just put it on the most neutral setting I could find. Even having the MIDI music running in the background makes the game crash at weird times. Can't remember if there actually is anything in any of these. So I'm just gonna open all of them, and it'll be her bother to clean all this shit up. Ooh, tea. I'll have tea.
Well, it's pretty clear Linsky didn't intend to starve
Or
himself.
whatever the hell this is. I mean, I know from the Roswell puzzle in Pandora Directive that the game loves to hide shit in cupboards.
Well,
All right,
it's pretty
all
clear
right.
Linsky didn't intend to starve himself to.
And we didn't bother filling out these. Okay, cool. So nothing in there. Anything in the microwave?
I'm no expert, but I'd guess that's a microwave.
Pretty expert stuff. Oh my god, all of these individually open. And there's fuck all in them. No, wait, I'm not closing them. Someone else do that. Just so I know that I've actually gone through them. Ah, I'm standing inside one. Motherfucker.
Waste not, want not.
And we can't open these for some reason. Okay, well that was fruitful. Well, literally, actually, because we got bananas out of it. Oh god, circumnavigating a giant table of some sort. There are many other things to check out in this house, of which this door might be one. This door goes up. Interesting use of upstairsy kind of thing. Let's just check in here. Oh, his study. Yes, study/bedroom. Oh, and a chessboard. Everyone knows where this is going, right?
There are only 31 pieces on the chessboard. Seems like an odd number.
Yes. We are being hinted that this person really likes chess and... oh, God, let's check the garbage bin. Maybe there's a shredded note we can play with. No?
At least not
Apparently
one.
not. Oh, we'll have a look through that. Oh, hello.
I wonder if Linsky's little black book could be
I
green.
don't know, we'll have a look.
Looks like Linsky bookmarked the address for Dolores Lightbody.
And Jason Lutz, but we don't... 1024 Gigabyte Avenue. Interesting. Her email address is dlight@bogusdomain.com. Interesting. If true. Let's have a look under the pillow fucker.
I guess Linsky didn't plan on entertaining when he bought this bed.
Well, if you're gonna kill yourself, at least make the room nice and tidy. Alright, let's have a look through these drawers. Ooh, jockey. Ah, goddammit.
Brand new cotton briefs. Larges, too. I wonder if I oughta... Nah.
Don't steal from the dead, people. Tex. Alright, nothing in here, I think. Nope, we're cool. I'm gonna leave all this open. Fuck it. I'm not the cleaning lady.
Looks like a half-finished letter.
Dear Comcast, please get your shit together. I'm sick of this slow no.
It appears Carl Linsky was about to dump someone named
Whose
Dolores.
address we now have. I've decided that maybe it's best we don't see each other anymore. With everything that's going on in my life right now, I don't think I have the time or energy to maintain my erection. Yes, okay, we're gonna have a look at the bananas, sure. Fuck. Brilliant piece of banana work. I'll look through that. What the hell was that? Oh, it's just nonsense.
Scrap paper, notepad.
Hello.
Something on professional letterhead. This could be interesting.
Yeah, I'll have that.
So Linsky signed a book deal and wasn't delivering the goods. The question is, why?
We are eager to publish your book tentatively titled Mind Over Matter, an Analysis of Neurological Processes. This should get you a hint about the weird shit that Mr. Linsky was into. I also like that the publishing company is called Banter Publications. Ha ha ha. And the top drawer contains a snot of
Junk mail.
bupkis. Alrighty, cool. Chess puzzle, woo, no. No, we shall not have any chess puzzles, not on my fucking watch.
I've always admired well.
That'll come later. When we finish Contradiction on Tuesday, we're going into... Actually, I was going to talk about that. We're going to go into playing The Seventh Guest. And if you are a Patreon backer, you can actually get to participate in the stream and take over my computer when I start sucking too hard at the game. So I'll explain all of that at on Tuesday in the next stream. But I'm really excited about that. It's going to be very interesting and hopefully intriguing to watch as well. The Seventh Guest is a tough, bitchy game, but I do have the strategy guide to help me. And like I said, backers can get in and actually be part of the commentary and control the mouse, control the game and such.
The aftermath of Armageddon never looked so
It's not happening with this game though, because holy fuck, I'm just crossing my fingers that this doesn't crash spectacularly and take half my hard drive with it. Climbing, climbing, climbing. I'm now at the attic. Hello. Ghosts? Anyone? No? Do not jump out at me, silly poltergeist. Going to Carl Linsky's attitude. Saving my game again. Fuck it. I can't fucking type. Linsky attic. There you go. Ooh, bear case.
Great.
Nothing special. Look at that craftsmanship. Alright, let's belt out something at the piano.
My mother still hasn't forgiven me for quitting piano lessons. Then again, she still refuses to believe the rumors about Liberace.
So a woman in denial. Well, I see. Anything in here?
Typical packing.
Nothing. Open any of this?
It's a shame credenzas went out of style. I wish I had 2 or 3 for my
We
office.
do!
Typical packing.
None of this shit opens, right? Nope. Ooh, a bed frame. Haha, probably got broken during one of his wild sexual escapades. I mean, he did say that he wasn't planning on entertaining, but you don't know. Maybe they were planning to sleep on top of each other, if you know what I mean. I'm a charmer.
With all the mattresses and headboards up here, Linsky could have opened a hospital.
Also, we ran out of 3D assets to populate the room with.
From the looks of this mattress, Linsky must have told his kids scary bedtimes.
Hey, backing away now. Thank you. Leaving destruction zone, Commander Reich. Hello.
Why would anyone keep something this handsome and ornamental hidden away in
Because
the
it's
attic?
terrifying. That's fucking why.
Linsky was from an older generation. The kind that always kept a spare door for
Now, why would you fucking do that? Okay, do any of these open? No. No, they do not.
Well, if there aren't any monkeys, I'm not interested.
I know you all just got the Monkey Island theme in your heads. Please, refrain. Refrain.
Great.
Well, this looks like it opens. Doesn't, actually. Yeah, I don't think I need to mess with any of the mattresses, but hello! This looks a mite more organized and cool, and also roll-top desks always have something interesting in them, like casually left out paper.
This could be
So
worth
I
looking
shall.
at.
Credit report.
Sylvia Linsky's credit report. Looks like money management isn't one of her strong
Remember I
points.
said the game is really leading you down that path of, oh, she offed her dad, didn't she? Yes, she did. She's a naughty bitch. Yes. Very naughty space heater.
I hope this is just a space heater.
Well, what else do you think it is? Oh, God, no, I don't even want to finish that sentence. Hello? Nothing?
Wastebaskets often provide leads.
Looks like something's down there, but there really isn't. Alright, checking drawers. Checking more drawers. Checking this drawer. What the hell is this? They look like Atari cartridges.
Paper, pencils, paper clips. Not much else.
All of this shit is unimportant. I'll bet the important stuff is in this locked one, yes.
Lock.
Maybe he has the key on his personal effects. I doubt it, but we'll see.
I'll need to find a little something before I...
He doesn't even want to open all the other drawers. It's just this one. Yes, I want it. Okay, have a look through these. Look through these. Have a look through these. Hello.
Looks like somebody was having fun with crayons.
Have a look at that. Warner letter.
I wonder what Linsky did to this Blaine Warner person. Maybe he stole his tricycle.
I'm going to get you, Linsky. You'll pay for what you did to me. Sincerely, Blaine Werner. Nice fella, I'm sure. Ooh, cables. The fuck do you mean? When I open a drawer and I just see cables everywhere, I just go, ooh, what can I steal? What can I use? I have way too many cables in my house, and I am always looking for more. Oh, and here we go. This is when I played Mean Streets for the first time. I actually played Mean Streets before I played Overseer. Because that was back when the Pandora Directive came out, and I just went, okay, I'm going to play all of the Tex Murphy games. So I went back and I played Mean Streets and I played Martian Memorandum. I have no idea how I got through Mean Streets, because that is a phenomenally hard game to play. But I did. And the moment that the game caught me, and the moment when I thought, okay, I have to see this through to the end, is when you went into Carl Linsky's office, which we're now doing in this game, and you picked up his tape recorder.
They're in my head. They're in my head. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. They're in my head. Oh, get them out. Oh, get them out. I can't take it any longer. Get them out. Get them out.
What the hell was that all about?
Now, that was kind of comical. But in Mean Streets in 1989, which was back when we didn't really have sound cards or anything, when you picked up and turned on the tape recorder, it actually played a digitized sample of someone screaming, "They're in my head, get them out, they're in my head," through your PC speaker. And up until this point, the only sound that was in the game was like Tex's footsteps going, because that's all the PC speaker could do. And then all of a sudden, a voice shouts out at you from your PC speaker. And I was just like, that is brilliant. I have to see this game to the end. So that is pretty much it. I think we have to travel. Yes, we can go to Dolores' house and ask about her trysts with Mr. Carl Linsky. Just going to have a quick look at the chat over here. Josh says, since I'm done with Space Quest, I should switch to being the Tex Murphy historian. I don't really know that. I don't know enough about Tex Murphy to qualify as the historian, really. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Space Quest as well, but I have some inside information into the Space Quest games, since I've actually talked to the two guys from Andromeda and people at Sierra Online and such. So I don't have the same relationship to Tex Murphy. I've very, very recently, last year, Backseat Designers interviewed Chris Jones and Aaron Connors and Matt Van Roon, and it was just the thrill of my life, because I've played the Tex Murphy games all my life, played the Under Killing Moon in 1994 when I was 14 years old, and then last year, when I was 36 years old, I finally got the chance to actually talk to Tex Murphy in person. So be still my fucking heart, but I have never, other than that one time, I've never had any conversations with anyone who worked at Access. I don't have any inside knowledge into how these games were made, other than what they have said in interviews that I didn't conduct. So, Tex Murphy historian, I'd love to, but, there are other people way more suited for that. Also, stay hydrated. Dan Nasty says, I want to become the King's Quest historian in the future. Fat fucking chance of that. Alright, leaving, going to visit Dolores. Now, this is a kick-ass actress. Holy shit. Watch her just ham up the scene like you wouldn't believe. And it is, when I say ham up, it sounds negative. No, this is glorious. Watch this shit.
Dolores Lightbody?
Yes, indeedy.
My name's Tex Murphy. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking into the death of Carl Linsky.
Oh, well, do come in.
Thank you.
You are very, very welcome. Well, this is certainly exciting. A real-live PI. I love detective novels,
Is that right?
I guess I've always had a certain fascination with private dicks.
Oh, we're gonna need we're gonna need the chat in for this poll. A disturbing thought, get back on track, or the sad truth. Give it what you got. First 3 votes are the ones that count. Douchey guy says a disturbing thought. That's one more vote. That's a lot of votes for A. Let's go with that.
I can imagine, although I'm trying to.
Tell me what I can do for you. Anything at all.
Oh, what indeed do we want? Should we consider rescheduling? Or a quick change of subject? Or down to business? To business! That's a stupid joke, and I'm sorry I made it. This woman is fantastic. She just steals the fucking show in this game. Until Michael York shows up, and you'll see what I mean. We won't get to see him in this episode, but he is just absolutely fantastic. Those are 2 more votes for A. Consider rescheduling. Really? I'm totally informed on this decision. Oh, no, we want to talk. Oh, everyone says A. That's weird.
Well, I can see you're still pretty shaken up about your boyfriend. Maybe this isn't the best time to be asking you
Poke the
questions.
morality bone.
What if I refuse to cooperate? Will you interrogate me under a bare ball?
Oh, that little twitch of the nose at the end. Okay. Do we work the witness? Oh, come on, you guys. Oh, this is going to be great. Do we work the witness? Do we present a show of good form? Straighten the tie? Or do we take exception? Madam, what kind of PI do you think I am? That is 1 vote for A, 1 vote for C, 2 votes for A. We work the witness. Yes, I love the way you think.
Well, maybe later, if you played your cards right. Right now, we need to get back to Carl.
Oh, fuck it.
Where to begin? Where?
Maybe you should begin under the boom mic. That'd be a start.
It was about 3 months, 11 days ago on a foggy night when Carl
Oh, there's the
first
boom
met.
mic.
Naturally, it was love
Oh,
at first
naturally.
sight.
I mean, she is wonderful. I love this woman to death. Okay, what are the circumstances? A rhetorical question or feigned interest? Why do we insist on picking holes in this poor woman's story? Well, for many reasons. She's kind of she doesn't seem like a very devoted person. Let's just put it that way. But that's 1 vote for C, 1 vote for A, and 2 votes for A. Circumstances.
Interesting. Had you and Carl been drinking tonight?
Jesus fucking Christ, Tex.
Actually, Carl came to have me draw up his will. That's what I do.
No
for
joke,
him.
eh? So we get to the cash. Milk the dame, or emotive. Is that a motive I see hanging out of your... Actually, she doesn't have anything. That would explain the black dress and everything. Actually, Jesus Christ. Okay, here we go again. I'm just gonna say 1 vote for C, 1 vote for A, 2. Lots of votes for B. Let's milk her up. God, that came out wrong.
Well, be a sweetie and tell me who's mentioned in the will.
Just for you. The primary beneficiary was that trollop
Oh,
Sylvia.
popular girl, I see.
You know, just between us, I believe Sylvia may have driven Carl to his death.
Excuse me? Or look for motive. Why would she... Well, the motive would be obvious, wouldn't it? She's very bad with finances and she gets arrested almost every day. So, or we can just get the skinny on... I'll bet that either that's an unintentional pun or it's going to be a horrible type joke. And everyone wants me to go with that one, I see. 2 votes for C. I mean, I'm guessing. Milker. Maybe the saxophone will play again. Alright, I'm gonna get the skinny on her, if you absolutely insist.
Do you think Sylvia's capable
No
of it?
puns! I'm
Surely you
interested.
don't mean-
Surely. A little crime scene humor? Or refuse to speculate, or that's a leap. I actually don't know what the difference between B and C are, but well, I'm just gonna go with the first vote that comes in on this. That would be Douchey Guy's A. Thank you.
Let's just say the police didn't find any trace of banana peel up there on that bridge.
How would you
More
know?
questions for
They
you,
didn't
if you
look.
don't mind.
Well, I'd do anything to help. I think you know that.
Be still my fucking heart. Didn't find any trace of banana peel. Actually, there's a lot of jokes you can make there. I mean, they could have found a banana peel and anvil tied to one of the rafters, glue on his shoes or something, anything. A mechanized push people off bridges apparatus up there, but nope, didn't have anything to do with his suicide. Sorry. Oh, we've got tons of shit here. Let's start by asking about Mr. Linsky.
I loved Carl desperately. We were very happy
Now you want to
together.
jump my bones.
I can't for the life of me imagine why he did what he did.
See what I mean? See what I mean? Acting. A+ acting.
I'm afraid Carl's estate consisted of his home and his speeder and not much more. I'm afraid Carl
Does the
was
speeder go
very
to
good with money.
space?
He stipulated in his will that everything be divided between his daughter Sylvia and the North Hill Clinic. Of course, the real money that trollop Sylvia will get will be from his life insurance.
She's very infatuated with the word trollop. And I adore it. Yes. Not exactly sure. Okay. Again, let's see. Don't call me Shirley. Okay, fine. Just want to tell you both, good luck. We're all counting on you.
That was Carl's way of making amends to Sylvia. And I'm sure it's the only reason Sylvia has you investigating her.
Oh, no payout on suicides, eh? Okay, what is this North Hill Clinic all about?
Carl worked there for years. It's a very exclusive medical facility, you know. I've been in touch with the director, Arnold Stone.
The way she said that. Oh yeah, one thing. Going in and remaking this game, Aaron Connors, who started on Under Killing Moon, wrote Pandora Directive, and now into Overseer. He went back and he looked at the original Mean Streets game and found that most, if not all, of the names are just really sophomoric puns. Dolores Lightbody and Arnold Sternwood, and also he had to change a lot of the names because it got a bit silly. I think Blaine Warner is a rewritten name. I can't remember what the original one was. I think it's just Blaine Wiener. Yeah, his last name is Wiener in Mean Streets. Oh, Dan Nasty on YouTube says his comments arrived late. Yeah, that's a quirk of YouTube. And also it's a quirk of me co-streaming. I'm very sorry about that. There's not really much I can do other than, only streaming on Twitch or only streaming on YouTube. And I kind of like having everyone together. It'll be fine, right? Maybe I should start following Twitch's rules as an affiliate. I'm not actually supposed to be restreaming, but I asked them twice to take me off affiliate status, and they don't respond. So I'm an affiliate, and I'm breaking the rules. Hello, Twitch. But maybe I should start following the rules and actually only stream on Twitch and then put them up on YouTube later. But I'm very reticent to do that because I like to have as many people involved as I can, really. So if I exclusively stream on Twitch, that means all you lovely YouTube people will only see it the day after, and you can't interact with it. So fuck it. I like co-streaming. Sorry, Twitch. Anyway, Mr. Sternwood, how's he?
He's an extremely attractive man, but also very busy. If you'd like to see him, I can try to arrange.
Oh, I'd love that.
Him. I'll call you and let you know. Then you'll have to.
Oh, do that thing with the nose again. Do that. Yes! Oh, God, I love this woman.
I'm unfamiliar with that name.
No Blaney here. Okay, so let's talk about the let's not meet anymore. The Dear Jane. I had no idea what a Dear Jane note meant when I was a kid and played this game. I just went, who the fuck is Jane? It means a breakup letter, apparently. So hashtag second language on that one. I think we all learned something today.
This note is clearly a forgery. I will not dignify it with a response.
No nose twitching on that one? No? Okay, cool. Oh, what do you know about chess? I'll ask about her at the end. Chess.
I don't play very well myself, but Carl did. He said that life itself is a chess match.
Yep, sure is. De Leon Health Services. This was the syringe we found. So what is up with all the stab yourself with drugs part?
Carl received regular packages from them. Vitamin supplements, I suppose. Carl was very
You get
health
vitamin
conscious.
supplements in
He
syringe
often said
form?
He wanted to live forever.
You didn't fucking do that. Vitamin supplements in syringes. Just stab yourself. Yeah, that's good vitamin C right there. Oh, that's so much better than a fucking orange. That's not how vitamins work. Also, I say vitamins, but that's a hashtag second language. Dominoes. Not the pizza, the actual Dominoes.
Carl loved
I
to
can
play
see that.
games. Many a romantic evening, we'd while away the hours playing dominoes or backgammon. Carl also loved to play chess.
Let's find out more, shall we? No, let's not. Okay, suicide note.
I can't really help
Oh,
you
it is
there.
finished. I didn't ask you to proofread it.
Carl's wife left soon after Sylvia was born. Oh, Carl did the best that he could, but he never felt that he'd done a very good job raising Sylvia. And she never appreciated
Oh,
her
didn't
father.
she?
She left home when she was very young and went into some unsavory
Yeah, you'd
kind
know,
of
wouldn't you?
work. escorting or something like that. Carl's heart was nearly broken. They hadn't been close in years.
Chica has a good point. Twitch is not going to care that I co-stream unless I turn into a big streamer, and I'm actually quite comfortable at the level that I'm at. I know most of the people, if not all of the people that come in and watch the stream, and it's kind of like just having people over to your house to play a game. I'm very comfortable at the level that I'm at. So yeah, cool on that. I will keep restreaming. If I gave you the wrong impression, don't worry. I won't stop restreaming this to YouTube. Not anytime soon, anyway. Not unless Twitch starts coming after me, which they won't, of course. Dolores looks at Tex the same way she looks at a glazed ham. Quite the horn dog. She wants to devour him. And that sentence was even worse by the way I read it out. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, I was really afraid that they were going to make a fat joke earlier, because if there's one person in the world who does not deserve a fat joke, it's this wonderful actress.
Me? Oh, I'm still in shock, as you must imagine. It'll be weeks, maybe months before I'm able to love again.
Do the nose. Do the nose? Oh, okay, never mind. Can't do the nose every time.
It's too soon, Tex. Allow me to grieve first, and then we'll see what grows between us.
Ah, I thought she was going to do it then. Shit. I am leaving, backing away slowly.
So that was my introduction to Dolores Lightbody.
Oh, the way she talked about Carl, it sounds like she was living in denial.
Actually, it was Sausalito, but she did have a way of looking at things through steamed-up glasses. And she also had some valid concerns about my client, which I brought up with Sylvia.
Yeah, this is going to go over well, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's just go back to Carl Linsky's house and lay over the news.
Here are the things from the police. There wasn't much. His wallet, a set of keys, 2 go to the house, 1 to the
and a device for pushing people off bridges. It was actually missing. I wonder where it went.
Suicide note.
I'll check them out.
Don't really care at this point.
I've got a few things I need to run by you. I went out and I talked with Dolores Lightbody today. Apparently you two aren't exactly soul sisters.
She was hideous.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of black magic she used on my father, but I can't think of any other explanation.
Dolores told me about the will. Apparently
here we go.
Why are you treating me like I'm a suspect? For your information, if I sold the house and the speeder and added it to the cash, I might be able to pay off my father's
Just
debt.
asking.
I'm not going to benefit from this will.
Except, of course, the $1 million life insurance policy.
I'm not going to get a cent of that. I'm surprised you're even asking me about that. You know, life insurance
that's
policies
what
don't pay
I'm
off in
here
cases of
for,
suicide.
right?
And that's why you retain my services.
Well, you can think that if you want. But I don't have to stick around here and be insulted by the hired help.
And off she fucks, in a huff.
Yeah, I violated PI Rule 17. Never upset a client. She was right. I was the hired help, so I went back to work. The manila envelope Sylvia had given me turned out to have some pretty useful items in it.
So this whole restaurant date is just like weeks away. They're just catching up. Okay, I'm just gonna check the clocky here. We still got a little time. Yeah, because we're still getting into the actual mystery here. Just gonna save again. I don't even know what to call this. Personal effecties. Yes. And we're going to have a look at them. Yes, yes. Hello, Manila, Vanilla, and Gorilla envelope. What have you got for us, eh? Oh, a lot of shit. 2 keys, in fact. Small key and just key. Well, that must fit into somewhere nice. And this must fit into apartment 1024. I'll bet this thing goes into the attic credenza thing. So let's go and do that in a second. Let's just have a look through his wallet first. Oh, what a handsome man. Recognize him? Yes, dude from the opening. As if that was a particular big mystery. Yeah, we just threw that away. Don't need that. Have a look at
pain is unbearable.
Suicide note?
If Linsky really wrote this, I'd like to find out exactly what he's referring to.
Maybe he'd just been listening too much Marilyn Manson at this point. I don't know. Also, interesting handwriting font. We checked the handwriting. It's 100% match to this font we found at 1001fonts.com. All right, let's go to the attic. Don't even want to climb. I just want to go there immediately, sir. I shall do so immediately, sir. And navigate drunkenly. Hello, Moose. To this part. Where I stagger through, shove a door in my face, and insert key.
Well,
Fuck me. How about this? It was the big key. I didn't expect that, but okay. Ooh, pirate treasure.
Well, I bet no one thought to look up here for a pirate's chest.
Dang.
Well, what do we have here? Appears to be a rental agreement.
Really? Oh, what kind of... Oh, a lease.
From the looks of this, Linsky had a secret special place that he didn't want anyone to know about.
Which is why he kept it in a drawer that you could just open if you got into his wallet. But that means we can go there. And let's do that, shall we? Carl Linsky's warehouse.
Linsky's secret workshop was out by the spaceport in an old warehouse. The key from the manila envelope fit the lock and I stepped inside.
I'm here.
Was anyone there?
No, and I doubt anyone had been there since Linsky. The place didn't appear to have been searched, judging by all the interesting things.
Setting us up for failure, I see. I will find nothing. Also, I seem to remember this location likes to crash a lot. So, fuck. Delete this one and Linsky's warehouse. Also, I remember playing this game back in the day. It came on a DVD-ROM if you had the goods to play it. Literally no one at the time did. And it also came in the same box. It had 5 CD-ROMs that played Smacker videos. Excuse me. And I played that version because I didn't have a DVD-ROM drive at the time. And I also had to turn down the quality considerably because couldn't run the game in 800 by 600, which is its maximum resolution. I had to run it in 640 by 480, and I also had to really turn down all the details, basically what I'm doing now. But I remember this location specifically. I think you're supposed to climb up this ladder, and it was just, everything was just choppy as shit. And once I got up here, I had no idea how I got up here. I basically just backed into the ladder, and then I was like trapped in darkness, and then I turned around very, very slowly and just went, oh, I'm on a ladder. So that story went nowhere, but anyway, so does... Oh, wait, I can pick this up.
Just a bunch of
I can move this shit, so that's what I'm supposed to be doing up here. Hello? Why is there a hole in her chest?
Either Linsky lost track of time in a big way, or this was just his favorite.
Let's move that out of the way as well. Hello, safety poo.
The word safe is a misnomer whenever I'm...
Because I like dynamite. No. We'll get to that later. First of all, let's check out his first aid kit.
Heal aid. Nothing makes a boo-boo.
I'll have that. Is the chat saying anything helpful? Avuzul's going to bed. Good night. And yes, the city does have a very Blade Runner-esque feeling to it, which is, I mean, it's part and parcel of the inspiration for Tex Murphy. It was supposed to be a Philip Marlowe, like Humphrey Bogart type character in a Blade Runner setting. That's basically what they wanted to do, and that's what they did. And this game, I feel, is the first one to actually really, really nail that atmosphere with the, the exteriors and such. You didn't see a lot of exteriors in the Pandora Directive, and basically saw Chandler Avenue, and that was it. And, some flybys of, completely black sky. This is the first game where they really realized New San Francisco as this, rainy, neon, so Blade Runner-ish kind of thing. Also, note, in drawer.
A printout with a few notes added in Linsky's
And Linsky's fabulous, fonty handwriting. I keep thinking the one on the left is the inventory. It isn't. Is there anything in this can, by the way? Oh, yeah. Puzzle bits. Oh, good. Pass card pieces. Sliding tile puzzle. Let's just have a look at this first.
I'm willing to bet this project of Linsky's figures prominently into the case. Not to mention whoever this Overlord character is.
I like that you give the summation just, before we have a chance to read it. It says you've been issued a specially designed computer, a passcard, and passcard reader for the duration of the project. These are to be guarded carefully, which he failed at, as they are the only means of transmitting data to the central computer. A password will be sent separately and scrambled to minimize the risk of unauthorized access. To reiterate, this project is top secret. Non-disclosure is essential, and unauthorized communication will result in immediate termination. I don't think they just mean fired. I think they mean shoved off a cliff with an appropriate device that actually does that. Project milestones must be met. Failure to do so would result in immediate termination. This is the worst fucking job I've ever had. All data is to be transmitted via the passcard readers. No data is to be preserved in hard copy. Because we do that? Okay, cool. Payment will be made to private accounts as discussed in the preliminary meeting. Association of any type with others involved in the project is strictly forbidden. So how did we have a meeting then? Okay. Who are the other 7 working, and who is Overlord? Oh, they just had a one-on-one meeting. I get it. Contact SF. Sebastian Fritsch. No, I don't know. And who is Overlord? These are questions we must answer. But we do have the passcard pieces.
These cut-up pieces resemble a rectangular security card, but it looks
Oh,
like
shit.
I'm assuming Linsky did that on
I'm assuming he did that as well, yes. I have no idea where it is. I'll find it later.
a handwritten fax. Methinks I smell a lead.
I will look at that as well. We're just reading shit this episode.
Well, this fax raises a few questions. First,
I
who's
asked first.
SF? Second, was he working for Linsky? And third, what was he doing? Sounds like he just might have been canceling some people's subscriptions to
First 2 on the
Lies.
list are dead. I have a lead on number 3. We'll contact later. To Linsky from SF. Intriguing. Linsky was looking for whoever else was working on the project, although he has been told expressly not to, or he will be terminated. So there's that. I think the other part of the passcard is in this room somewhere. I just can't remember where it is.
Corkboard covered
Movie,
with
movie.
dribble. Curious place to
I'll
hide.
have it anyway. And let's read that. Hip SOB.
Linsky didn't strike me as the sort of guy who'd use random profanity, no matter how mild. This may be a message or a code.
It's an anagram. I'm actually kind of cheating now because I remember this. This is the password. The password for his computer is Bishop. And that's the anagram. I was just going to say it's Bospich. It's not, it's Bishop. So we know that now. That still doesn't give us the final piece, which I seem to remember it's under something. I don't know.
Top quality.
Oh, that's just a texture malfunction. Is it under here? Sir, reveal your secrets to me, or I will bash myself in the head with this drawer. Be careful if it smells like lead, it means the air is polluted. The air is very polluted. We live in very, in this game, we live in very polluted times. Nuclear fallout. I was talking about the day and night reversal thing that they came up with so that it wouldn't have to draw a skybox. People are asleep during the day and they do all their business at night, which also lends a bit to the Blade Runner atmosphere. What is this?
Direct deposit slips. I personally haven't seen any of these for
I'll
quite
have
a
'em.
while. I need to find out who was paying Linsky's tab.
That is a lot of dough. Alright, I think Sylvia will be just fine with this. Also, I don't think she knows about it. And what do we have here?
Newspaper.
I'll have that as well. Accidental poisoning blamed in woman's death. Today, police coroner Bash Daggett, gosh darn it, released details concerning the death of C. Rona Morgan, 37. We did not... Oh, the SF were the initials. So this is not the person. Ms. Morgan, a former employee of Gideon Enterprises and current CEO of M&T Consulting, died 5 days ago under mysterious circumstances, which were being investigated by the local police. The coroner's findings, however, seem to discount foul play. Also, we forgot to hit enter, and this is bad DTP work, man. All evidence points to a tragic, though simple case of accidental poisoning. The victim appears to have ingested a small amount of an extremely toxic substance. While the question of why is unknown, I found nothing to indicate that the ingestion was forced. The police just don't. Okay, never mind. Police have ruled Miss Morgan's death accidental after interviewing sources close to the victim who insisted that suicide was not a possibility. Ring any fucking bells here? Yeah, might want to go and ask the police detective about that. little mystery there. Why did you... Oh, good. Oh, good. Stuff in trash bin. Except it's not important. Can I have a look at you? No. The other bit of the pass card is somewhere around here. This is the part of the game that wants you to kneel down and do shit, and I can't see it. I'm just going to crawl around his floor for a bit. This is what normal people do, right? Yeah. What's in the inbox?
The letter looks like...
Alright, I'll fucking have that. Oh yeah, you can actually also move around with the mouse only, but this gets very complicated, so I don't want to do that. How about you?
Well, this letter was written almost a year ago, and I'm guessing Linsky wasn't too happy to get it.
Mr.
If I can track down this Wanda Peck, maybe she can explain the context
This
of the
letter is to
letter.
inform you that we are dropping the investigation. In accordance with our agreement, the plaintiffs have decided not to press charges so long as you agree to stay out of practice indefinitely. We appreciate your cooperation in this matter. Oh, okay. Wanda Peck, new name. Need to find. Need to do. Don't. Oh shit, where's G Crusher when you need him? Speaking of which, how's the chat doing? Doing well, I see. Is there anything back here? I wish to make an inquiry.
Great. Nothing special.
Okay, fine. Be that way. I mean, it is gonna start throwing these obscure pixel hunty kind of puzzles at me at some point. Are you absolutely sure that's a texture error? Or is it just the chord to the...
Top quality drafting table.
Oh well. And this computer needs the pass key, but...
I'll bet this computer is important, but it's got a security protect feature. I'll need to attach a...
Oh, we don't even have a pass card
Use a
reader.
security card with it before it'll operate.
Well, I think... Oh, it's one of the metal legs I could see over there. I think it's about time I stopped crawling around on this dude's floor. And... went back and had a look at his office. Just a tick. Just for a little second. I just want to see.
It sounds like you didn't find too many answers in
Because I
Linsky's
wasn't done
warehouse.
looking.
No, just more questions.
Oh!
I headed home for the night, one theory after another pounded.
I was going to his attic.
If Linsky killed himself, what was the reason? Because he was in debt? His apparent health problem, whatever that was? Something to do with Sylvia? Or if Linsky was murdered, who was behind it? Dolores, because she knew Linsky was going to dump her? Sylvia, to get the insurance money? Or was it someone else with a motive I hadn't even
Maybe it's this
discovered?
Peck character. As I was heading home for the evening. I am not home. I am still traipsing around your fucking attic. Where the hell am I going? So I want to see this one. Can I run? Actually can. It doesn't really make me run very fast, but it's also very unwieldy. I want to find that bit of plastic nonsense. Gotta be here. Oh shit. I can really get down and get groovy and fabulous. Pull up a groove and get fabulous. No, nothing in here. You piece of shit. Alright, well, if you want me to go home, I guess I'll go home. That did nothing. But this is an excuse to call up the information database and just ask it about anything. Wanda.
A search for information on has what other
Rona Morgan.
a search for Rona has been what other
Overlord.
a search
Essa.
has what a search for SF
Mr. Sternwood.
what
Can I ask it about Linsky's life insurance? Really?
a search for information on Carl Linsky's life insurance has been initiated.
Okay, I can actually
What
do
other
that. That's interesting.
A search for North has what
Linsky's will.
a search for Carl has
I can
what
actually do a search for Carl Linsky's will. That's interesting.
a search for Blaine Warner has what
Really?
a search for information on Dear Jane note has been initiated. What
That's
other
going to be a
topics?
short fax, isn't it? Let's look up
A
Dolores.
search for
Chess.
a search
The De Leon Health
a search
Services.
for DeLeon has what other
Wait, how did she pronounce that?
a search for information on DeLeon Health Services.
Okay, I was
What
not
other-
far off. Domino's.
A search for
A search for
what other-
Domino's. They make pizza. What else do you want to know? And
A search for information on Carl Linsky's suicide note has been initiated. What other topics?
I think I'm done here. We're going to have a lot of facts to go
Thank you
through.
for using.
So, guys, ready? By the way, this will be probably the end of the stream, so let's just read all of this shit. Oh, Red Star says you find the piece of the card, the security cardy thing, the pass card. Find it later, so stop looking around. Okay, thank you, Red Star. And first we'll have a look at... Mouse over, please. Blaine Warner, who is this guy? He is a grad student at med school, interned at North Hill Clinic, dismissed for unspecified reasons. So he worked the same place. He's not... he graduated UCLA, but he worked... he interned at North Hill Clinic. It's the same place that Carl Linsky worked at. Dismissed for unspecified reason. History of mental problems. Currently confined to Happydale Sanitarium. Okay, cool. Domino's? Pizza? Anyone? Small rectangular blocks with faces divided into halves, each marked with only 1 to 6 dots or blank. A set of these, usually 28, are used to play various games. Okay, thank you, database. Dolores. Little Miss California 2004. She was in pageants. Entered Overeaters Anonymous Rehab 2012. Graduate, currently living, owns a small office specializing in probate law and a side business of prostate law, I think. Has applied for a marriage license 5 times, but no record of marriage. Intriguing. North Hill Clinic, where did Linsky work? Exclusive high-priced facility specializing in care of publicity-shy celebrities. Okay, so if that is actually like on their website or whatever, we specialize in the care of publicity-shy celebrities, they're going to have high fences, I think, because otherwise there will be paparazzi perched on trees, probably rappelling down the side of the building. You don't advertise that, but screw it. Mr. Sternwood, married someone, graduated, degree in business administration, works at Cedars-Sinai 2017, accepted current position as director of the North Hill Clinic, so he was Carl Linsky's boss. Yes, and I forgot who this is. Oh shit. Letter from Wanda Peck. We've already seen this. Okay, who's Rona Morgan? She joined Gideon Enterprises in 2028. She has a degree in electrical engineering, left Gideon Enterprises to start her own firm, died November 2nd, death deemed accidental by a police investigation. Intriguing. I feel we may need to have a conversation with the police about that.
Sylvia Linsky came by to pick up her father's personal effects. Must be nice having a job.
You're short. He's about to say something, and do we exaggerate significantly? Do we exaggerate slightly? Or do we exaggerate totally? This will be the last conversation we're in for this stream, so make it a good one. Though you will need another thing from the warehouse. Oh, I'll be back. That's 1 vote for B. And 1 vote for C. Okay, so either slight or total. There's no middle ground with you people. Come on, juicy tiebreaker. Let's get a juicy tiebreaker in here. I'm going to sip this water. Or adjust the valve as it is. There you go. It's actually not too bad of a sound effect. I go... And none appeared. Okay, so between... that's 2 vote for B. Okay, so slight exaggeration.
And she's just the only one you know about. And unlike you, I have the luxury of choosing which clients I want to take.
Yeah, you only take the cases where the client agrees.
That's usually how detective work works.
Yeah. You're kidding about that.
No, she isn't. You can actually come in.
You know, Lieutenant, I mean, we could sit here all day and trade friendly insults. And that might be pretty fun. But you know what I need right now? I need the help of an intelligent, knowledgeable, not to mention gorgeous policewoman right now.
You're not as charming as you think, Murphy.
He really isn't. Jesus Christ, I don't know what just happened there, but welcome to Videodrome. Let's just ask about Rona Morgan, the person who mysteriously died, very similarly to Carl.
She was some sort of research scientist. Her family had us investigate her death, but we didn't find any evidence to indicate that it was anything but accidental
You're full of
poisoning.
shit, madam. Okay, who's Wanda Peck?
I don't know the name.
Fair enough. Who's Linsky's life insurance? Oh yeah, this is bad police work. I mean, you should jump straight to the okay. Wait a minute, daughter drugged him up and sent him careening off the side of the Golden Gate Bridge. You should at least have thought of the angle.
I don't have a lot of time to waste.
Never mind then. Linsky's will.
I haven't got any information
You actually
on that.
do nothing, right? You do absolutely nothing.
I don't
Didn't
know
even
the
find
name.
out that he had a girlfriend. Okay, that he was about to break up with. Do you know anything about the drugs that he was pumping himself full of?
I don't have a lot of time to waste.
The police are
Murphy.
fucking useless in this game. Do you play chess?
I don't play, if that's what you're asking.
That was what I was asking. And screw you, how about dominoes?
I don't play, if that's what
Okay,
you're asking.
so, okay. I don't know if you wouldn't happen to... No. Just
I haven't got
check.
any information
Fuck
on...
you. We are leaving. End conversation. Can't quite go to the North Hill Clinic yet, although we will in the future. So, Red Star says that we needed something else at the warehouse. Is it in the vicinity of the computer?
I'll bet this computer
Yes,
is
I knew
important.
that. Pretty sure I've moved everything that can be moved. And seen everything that can be seen. Actually, oh, wait. You're talking about the safe, aren't you? Yes, we can I just drooled all over myself. We can technically solve the safe puzzle because the safe puzzle has to do with the dominoes. I don't want to play this. Which is why we have the hint system. Solving the dominoes puzzle. Click and drag the dominoes to fuck off. Type 911. Actually, is that the... I do believe that is the cheat for every puzzle in the game. Like in Pandora Directive, it was a separate cheat number for each puzzle, but I think you just type 911 into any logic puzzle in this game, and it just solves it automatically for you. 911, fuck you.
A light is flashing by the 4, the 9, and the 8. These three numbers are probably
You
useful.
think? 498, 498, 498. Seems like a very short safe combination. But that was it. Seems like there's room for a lot more digits there, but hey, you go, Mist.
I've seen this kind of thing before. It's a computer gizmo.
This is our pass card reader.
It's a pass card reader. You attach it to a computer, then use a pass card.
Oh, and we also got an insurance policy, which was in his safe.
Well, this is a life insurance policy taken out by Carl Linsky. And the sole beneficiary is Sylvia
In the event of
Linsky.
death, Mr. Carl Linsky, Sylvia Linsky shall receive a payment of a lot of money if all of the terms of this policy are satisfied and approved by an investigator employed by the No Fault Insurance Company. Well, that is fucking spectacular. We got that thing out of the safe. We're going to hook it up to this computer. And in the next...
Pass card reader's hooked up. Now I'll need to scan.
And in the next episode, we shall indeed find this fucking pass card somewhere. And, well, shit. Okay, find pass card. Good man. Okay, so we have now come to the end of the stream. I hope you enjoyed that. And the game seems to be running okay. I don't know. OBS says there haven't been any encoding overloads, which is what I experienced when I tried to run the game in 60 frames per second and 1080p. Oh yeah, we're down to 720p incidentally. I think? I'm not sure actually. But I hope the stream was watchable and that you had fun. And Red Star says, I still didn't find the thing that I'm supposed to find in here. Oh my god. What is it? What is it? You know what? No, I'm not playing your game. No, I'll look next time because we are ending the stream. What part of ending did you? Do I just move this? Yeah, just move the. Oh, you. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. I'll pick this up then. It's sleeping pills.
Linsky must have had trouble sleeping. These prescription pills would knock out.
Okay, so he was pumping himself full of drugs and also sleeping pills. Okay, now I found it, and I will ask people about it later. So we just save over this one. Save over this. Fine. Okay, I'll. 004. There we go. Is everyone happy? And now we can exit the game. As I was saying, I hope the stream was enjoyable for you to watch. It's a complicated setup. Oh, look, there's my desktop. It's kind of a complicated setup, but I'm really thrilled that it works and that you guys seem to enjoy it. I'm just gonna have a look over here. Thanks for stream. Thank you as always. You will play PP, says Red Star. Oh yeah. Yes, I will. That's the whole reason why I got started playing all the Tex Murphy. Well, that and I actually love them to bits. I love the Tex Murphy games, so this is fun. It's a fun exercise to be able to play these. And actually, about that, since I've already got games planned for the future, I'm temporarily retiring the stream poll. Usually, you could go to spacequesthistorian.com/stream poll and vote for the next game that we're going to play. But I'm going to devote the Sundays entirely to Tex Murphy until I get to the end of Tesla Effect, and then when Poison Pawn comes out, then I'll play that. And hopefully, Poison Pawn will be out by the time I finish Tesla Effect. You never know. If not, then I might actually go back and play the original Mean Streets and Martian Memorandum. We'll see. Anyway, Sunday is now Tex Murphy Day for the long foreseeable future. And Tuesday is going to be 7th Guest Day when I finish Contradiction, which I probably will do in the next episode. I'm like 78% through that game. So I might finish it in the next sitting, and then we'll move on to the whole. You can be part of the stream, and you can your voice will actually be part of the commentary, and you can help me solve the puzzles by taking over the mouse and showing me what an idiot I am, and all that shit. So it's going to be great fun. And there's something else. Oh yeah, I have a Discord. Should probably go and have a look. I don't have the link ready, so I think Seriar you might have to. Seriar, my dear. If I promise not to call you that, would you just hop in and throw a Discord link into the chat? That would be great. Oh, and Red Star says in 3 or 4 months, we will hopefully have some very interesting news. Oh, news. As in, not a game. Okay. Wow, you're going to be a busy man. Hey, Human Interact, good to see you. Yes, thank you, Seriar. There is the Discord invite link. An awful long one, but yeah, okay, cool. That hopefully works. So you can join the SQH Discord and have a good chat. And if you want to be part of the 7th Guest stream, you can go to patreon.com/spacequesthistorian and throw me a buck. That gives you access to the secret parts of the SQH Discord, wherein there is a special backer voice chat thing, and that's the one we'll be using for the 7th Guest playthroughs. So just throw me a buck a month or something. That'll get you in. I mean, a buck isn't. What is that in today's? Okay, never mind, actually. Anyway, those are the criteria. And I think that's about it. So I am going to end the stream here. Thank you so much for watching. It's been real. and I'm still flabbergasted that this actually worked. I mean, I ran a couple of tests, but the fact that the game actually runs, still crossing my fingers that it'll run all the way to the end. I make no promises, but so far things seem to be good. So, casually moving the mouse over and hovering over the stop streaming button. And this is where I say, thanks for watching. I'll see you around the Chrono stream.